7, given y equals to 14 over square root 6x cubed plus 1, find the first one, the approximate change in y when x increases from 2 to 2.05. Okay, approximate change in y meaning that delta y. Okay, so here we are going to find delta y. X increases from 2 to 2.05. So delta x, final minus initial, 2.05 minus 2 is 0.05. Okay, so to find approximate change in y, you have to find dy dx first. So y is 14 over square root 6x cubed plus 1. Okay, so we simplify. So 14 6x cubed plus 1 power of negative 1 over 2. Okay, so dy dx is negative 7. Okay, this one. Okay, negative 7. So 6x cubed plus 1 power of negative 1 over 2 minus 1. So negative 3 over 2 times 18x squared. Okay, so this one 7 times 18 is negative 126x squared. So over 6x cubed plus 1 power of 3 over 2. Okay, or negative 126x squared over square root 6x cubed plus 1 cubed. Okay, so now we substitute the initial value, which is x equals to 2. Okay, x equals to 2, so negative 126 times 2 squared over square root 6 times 2 cube plus 1. Okay, cube. Okay, so now this one is negative 1.4694. Okay, this is dy dx equals to 1.4694. So now we are going to find approximate change in y, so delta y. So delta y is dy dx times delta x. Okay, dy dx negative 1.4694. Delta x is 0.05. Okay, so 0.05. So therefore the final answer would be negative 0.07347. Okay, so this is approximate change in y. Okay, so next question B, find the approximate value of y. Okay, so approximate value, you know that approximate value of y, meaning that y plus delta y. You have to find the value of y. Y from the question is 14 over square root 6x cubed plus 1. And we substitute x equals to initial value, which is 2. Here is 14 over 6 times 2 cubed plus 1 square root. Okay, 2 cube is 8 times 6, 48 plus 1, 49. Square root is 7. So 14 over 7. Okay, this is the value of y. So therefore, y plus delta y, which is approximate value of y, is 2 plus negative 0.07347. Which is equals to 1.9265. Okay, let's do question number 8. Given y equals to 1 over square root x, find the approximate percentage change in y when x changes from 4 by 2%. Okay, so approximate change in y is delta y. Okay, so approximate percentage, meaning that delta y over original y. Okay, original y times 100%. Okay, so now given x changes from 4 by 2%. So delta x is 4 times 2% is 2 over 100%. Okay, so this one is 0.08. So delta x is 0.08. So we need to find delta y. So to find delta y, we need to find dy dx. Okay, so start from y equals to 1 over square root x. Y is x power of negative 1 over 2. dy dx equals to negative 1 over 2x power of negative 3 over 2. Okay, so therefore is negative 1 over 2 square root x cube. Okay, so then we substitute x equals to 4. Okay, square root 4 is 2, 2 cube is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So 1 over negative 1 over 16. Okay, so this is dy dx. So this is dy dx. So delta y is dy dx times delta x, which is equals to negative 1 over 16. Delta x is 0.08. So 0.08. So therefore delta y is negative 1 over 200. Okay, so just now we already knew that to find approximate percentage change in y is delta y over y. Okay, delta y over y. So we need to find the value of y. Okay, so the value of y is, we substitute x equals to 4. Okay, so 1 over square root 4 is 1 over 2. So therefore, this one, okay. So delta y over y is just now delta y negative 1 over 200 over y. Y is 1 over 2 times 100%. Okay, equals to negative 1%. Okay, so approximate percentage change in y is negative 1%. Okay, question number 9. Given y equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 6 and there is a small change in x by p% when x equals to 2. Find the corresponding percentage change in y. Okay, so small changes in x, so is delta x. Okay, p% when x equals to 2. So 2 times p%. So p over 100. Okay, so this is p over 50. So delta x is p over 50. So now we need to find the percentage change in y. Okay, actually this one like question number 8. Percentage change in y, meaning that small change in y, so delta y over the original y times percentage, so 100%. Okay, so this we are going to do. Okay, so find delta y first. Okay, so to find delta y, we have to find dy dx. So y, start from y equals to 3x squared minus 4x plus 6. So dy dx is 6x minus 4. Substitute x equals to 2. In this situation, x equals to 2. So 6 times 2 minus 4 is 8. Okay. So delta y is dy dx times delta x. So dy dx is 8. So delta x is p over 50. Okay, so this one we simplify, we get 0.16p. Okay, so just now we are going to find this. Okay. Okay, to find the corresponding percentage change in y, meaning that delta y over y. So we need the value of y. Okay, so start here. You have to find initial original y. Okay, so y equals to 3 times x is 2 squared minus 4 times 2 plus 6. So this one equals to 10. Okay, so therefore percentage change in y is delta y over y times 100% is 0.16p over y. Y is 10 times 100% is 1.6p%. Okay, question number 10. The diagram on the right shows graph dy dx and d squared y dx squared for function y equals to fx. It is given that the function y equals to fx passes through negative 1, 6 and 1, 2. Without finding the equation of the function y equals to fx, determine the coordinates of the maximum and minimum points of the graph function y equals to fx, and B, sketch the graph for the function y equals to fx. Okay, first of all, from the graph, you can see two graph, which is straight line and curve. Okay, the blue one is a straight line, the curve is the pink one. Okay, these two, either one is dy dx and the other one is d squared y dx squared. So since from our previous experience, from our previous exercise, we already knew that when we have quadratic, okay, so we differentiate, we get straight line. So therefore, we can identify from here the curve, the pink curve is dy dx. Okay, so this is function of dy dx, and the blue one is d squared y dx squared. Okay, so then, the first one, you have to determine the coordinates of maximum and minimum point. Okay, so you know that maximum or minimum point dy dx is 0. Okay, so maximum, minimum point dy dx equals to 0. Okay, just now you identify the pink curve is dy dx. So dy dx equals to 0 is right here. Okay, meaning that when x equals to negative 1 and x equals to 1. Okay, so maximum minimum point when dy dx equals to 0, when x equals to negative 1 and x equals to 1. Okay, coincidentally from the question given, negative 1, 6 and 1, 2 passes through the curve. Okay, passes through the curve. So actually the same here, the same x. Okay, same x. Okay, so meaning that these 2 points are turning point. So turning point. Okay, but we don't know which one is maximum and which one is minimum. Okay, so therefore, we already knew that to identify maximum or minimum, you have to use the value of d squared y dx squared. Okay, so look at d squared y dx squared to identify the point, which one is maximum, which one is minimum. Okay, so when x equals to 1, look at the d squared y dx squared is graph, the blue graph. Okay, the blue graph. Okay, so when x equals to 1, okay, when x equals to 1, okay, d squared y dx squared is 6. Okay, when x equals to 1, d squared y dx squared equals to 6. Okay, 6 is more than 0. Okay, more than 0 is minimum point. Okay, so therefore 1. Okay, x1. Okay, so this one is minimum point. So 1, 2 is minimum. Okay, so then for x equals to 1, sorry, x equals to negative 1, d squared y dx squared equals to, look at the graph, the blue graph, okay, negative 1. So d squared y dx squared is negative 6. So negative 6 is less than 0. So maximum. So therefore, negative 1, 6 is maximum. Okay, then 10b, sketch the graph for the function y equals to fx. Okay, so just now from A, you identify 1, 2 is minimum. Okay, and negative 1, 6 is maximum. Okay, so then we are going to sketch the graph for the function y equals to fx. Okay, so look at the given diagram. So for d squared y dx squared is straight line. Okay, so d squared y dx squared is straight line. Okay, so dy dx is curve. Okay, so straight line is x power of 1 and curve is parabola with minimum point is x power of 2 quadratic. Okay, so then we can guess, we can predict that for y we can find the cubic function. Okay, so cubic function. Okay, since of y2 is minimum and negative 1, 6 is maximum, so then we can sketch the graph. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay, sorry. So this is x, this is y. Okay, so 1, 2 is maybe somewhere here, 1, 2, somewhere here, 1, 2. Okay, negative 1, 6. Okay, negative 1, 6, somewhere here. Okay, so negative 1, 6. Okay, so this one is minimum, this one is maximum. Minimum, maximum. Okay, so therefore, maybe your graph like this. Okay, so graph of cubic y equals to fx. Okay, so in number 11, the diagram on the right shows a part of the curve y equals to 3x cubed minus 4x plus 2. Okay, so now given y equals to 3x cubed minus 4x plus 2, find the equation of the tangent at point A to 1. Okay, equation of tangent. Tangent is straight line is y equals to mx plus c. Before you find equation of tangent, you have to find gradient of tangent. Gradient of tangent is dy dx. So find dy dx equals to 9x squared minus 4. Okay, so at point 2, 1, so substitute x equals to 2 squared minus 4. So this one equals to 20 minus 4 to 32. Okay, so 32. So this is gradient of tangent. Okay, so you substitute into y equals to mx plus c 4.21. Okay, so this is x, this is y. You substitute y is 1, m is 32, x is 2 plus c. Okay, so therefore c is 1 minus 64. So c equals to negative 63. So therefore, equation of tangent y equals to 32x minus 63. Okay, 11b, find the coordinates of another point on the curve such that the tangent at the point is parallel to the tangent at A. Okay, tangent at A just now is 32, so same gradient. So meaning that the 9 gradient is dy dx. So dy dx parallel 32. So dy dx is 9x squared minus 4 equals to 32. So 9x squared equals to 32 plus 4. So 36. Okay, so x squared is 36 over 9. So x squared is 4. So x equals to plus minus 2. Okay. So x equals to plus minus 2. Okay, but previously we have point A. A is 2, 1, which is x equals to 2. So therefore another point x is negative 2. Okay, so x equals to negative 2. Okay, so to find the coordinates, you substitute x equals to negative 2 into the equation. Okay, so y equals to 3 times negative 2 cubed minus 4 times negative 2 plus 2. So equals to negative 14. So another point is negative 2, negative 14.